Hello and welcome to Byte. Today I'll be quickly running through how to set up your own Tekkit server. I've had quite a few requests on how to actually set it up, so I'll quickly run through as simplistically as I possibly can for everybody to understand. This mainly applies for people who are using their home machine to connect to friends' computers. Not really managed servers online because they're all sorted out for you. Okay, first thing you need to visit is this website, canihostaminecraftserver.com. This has three little boxes here, which I've already filled in just to test, and it tells you what you can run and how many people it can fit on. So there are two main factors involved. It's how good your internet connection is and how much RAM does your computer have. If you're not sure how much RAM you've got, if you find your My Computer somewhere, should be on the desktop or in the start menu for Windows anyway. If you right click and go to properties, you'll see it here listed. We've got installed memory 8 gigabytes. You mustn't use it all because the operating system does need some, so if I put that down to 5 gigs, I've still got 3 gigs. And what is my upload speed? My upload speed is, what's that, 0.9. It's fairly poor here in my office, and the download speed is 2.4. If I click what can I run, I can connect 3 people. There we go. Rock and roll my internet. If you're looking at a better upload speed, perhaps 1.5 upload and 8 down for regular people, there you go. I'm still about 5. It's mainly the internet connection that's holding us back. But if you're looking at a data center with 100 meg pipe, I mean, you're upping the amount quite considerably. But yeah, once you've found out how many you can run, the next stop port of call is this website here, which is technicpack.net. And if you click on the Tekkit tab at the top, you should end up at this page, which is the Tekkit 3 page. With lots of mod lists and a nice little video for you to watch. Over on the right here, we've got the Tekkit launcher, which is the actual game. You can play single player or use it to connect to the server multiplayer. The bottom one here is the Tekkit server. That's the one we'll be looking at. If you click on that and say download and save as, you shall get this file here, which is the Tekkit server file, and it's in a zipped format. Now with Windows, I'm not sure about Linux or Apple, you don't need any other software. All you have to do is right click and say extract all. This will bring up this extract compressed folders, and just click extract, and that will unzip everything to wherever the folder is located. There we go, all done. There's the file, and there's everything inside it. You've got a Tekkit jar, which is the actual server which runs, and the launch.bat. Don't worry about anything else at the moment. We'll quickly concentrate on these two. Launch.bat, if I right click on it and go to edit, I'll say yes to run that. You've got a little bit of spiel at the top. What we're interested in this one here. This is the amount of memory allocated to the server. As I quickly found out earlier, I had 8 gig of RAM, and I really don't want to use 8 gigs, so perhaps I'll put that as 5. There we go, 5 gigs of RAM used for the server. Minimum really is 1, and that's about 4 players. If you're looking at any more, you probably want about 3 minimum. 5's okay. So if I close that down, and that will say, do I want to save changes? Yes, please. Then all I have to do is double click the launch.bat. Yep, run that, and that will start up this window here. And you'll see it running through, and in the background here you can see it populating the folder. Best not move the launch.bat and the Tekkit jar out of this folder onto your desktop like I did first time, because it fills your desktop up with all of these folders, and it's a bit of a nightmare to recover. There we go, it's preparing spawn areas and starting the server. Done. There we go, all sorted. You might see up here you've got a few little errors, warnings. I wouldn't worry too much about those unless they cause a problem later on, because obviously there's quite a lot of code and there's quite a lot of different mods on this to go wrong, so I wouldn't worry too much about that. Right, now technically you've created the server. It's running, it's got everything going. You can say things, say hi. There we go. You can do things on the console. The next step is to test it out. I've just started up my Tekkit launcher. Here's my Tekkit launcher. That's from the this download here, which is the actual game rather than the server. On this main screen here, you drop this down. You've got the different times. You've got the Yogs box from the Yogscast. You've got Hack Mine, which is quite good. Just vanilla. You've got all sorts of things. What we'll be looking at is Tekkit today. So if you click on Tekkit, that's up there. Pop in your username. There you go, if I can remember my username. Pop in your password, if I can remember my password properly. One thing, if you can't connect, check out this options here. At the top here you've got mod pack build. Make sure that's either recommended build, latest build, or at least compatible with the server you're trying to connect to. If you can't connect, that's a good thing to check out first if it's an outdated client error. You can also change the amount of RAM here. I won't change too much. Actually, I might. What about allocated 5 to my server, so I'll give 2. That's 7, and I've got 8, so I've still got 1 for the operating system, or I'll crash. Here we go. Okay, oops, it seems to have crashed out. Let's try that again. There we go. Log in. That will connect to Minecraft. Verify username. Check for updates on Tekkit. There should be none because I've updated it already. When it's ready, there we go. And then start up this all familiar window that everyone knows eventually. There we are. It's basically the same as Minecraft. It's the same sort of back end. Right, once that's started up, because I've got this on the same computer as the server, to play a multiplayer, I double click or single click on multiplayer, add a server, and I just go localhost, which is this computer. Done. There we go. Full connectivity, which I'd be surprised if it wasn't because it's the same machine. So if I just click join, log in, up on top here you should see me log in on the console. There we are. And there we are. Hello, sheep. Oh, that's interesting. And here we go. Here's Tekkit. We're playing. There you go. And that's it, basically. We've got the server up and going, and we're ready to go. You can also, in the console here, if you're running it, you can do things like, if I opt myself. Oops. If I can type properly today, well, typing's gone out the window. There we go. And you can also say hi and things like that. There we go. And it pops up in the game. Right, we're in. We've done it. Fantastic. Okay, now the difficult bit is to connect your friends as well. Right, to do this, you need to do either port forwarding or Hamachi server. I'll quickly run through both of those different methods. Okay, the first one is port forwarding. This is my favourite method of connection. Right, you've got to get people connected to your computer basically from another computer. If they're on your network, what you need is your computer, what's called your computer IP address. To get this, if you just go to the start menu, click on the run box and just type in CMD, and you should then push enter, and you should get the command box up. There it is. And if you just type in ipconfig, all one word, and push return, you'll get a whole load of spiel up. I can ignore all of these apart from your local area connection, and there is my IPv4 IP address, which is 10.10.0.1. So that's my IP address. You can ignore the rest of this. It's just that you want. So I shift that to one side for the moment. If I just test that out, if I add another server and put in 10.10.0.1, there it is, full connectivity. That's just basically connecting to myself again. So it's the same as localhost, but if you're on a different computer on the same network, you can type in that IP and you'll get the same result. One thing you have to watch out for if you can't connect is your firewall. And the way to get around that is go to Start, Control Panel, scoot down to the bottom, Windows Firewall, and here it is. Allow a program or feature through the Windows Firewall. When you start up the actual server, it should ask if you want to let, where is it? It is Java, SE binary, through the firewall. If it asks you, say yes. If you said yes, everyone else can actually connect to your computer. Otherwise, you could actually literally just turn that off for the minute. It's not advisable to keep it off, but if you're having problems, just click that there and turn it off, and then they should be able to connect okay. And basically that's network play sorted. If your mates are a little bit further away, say in their house, and you want to connect online over the internet, what you need to do is either Hamachi server or port forward. I'll quickly run through both of these options. If you're not too sure about how to connect using port forwarding, what you can do is, if I go here, go to logmein.com and have a look at their Hamachi servers. Basically, this just links their computer up with your network over the internet, and then as I put in to Minecraft the 10.10.0.1, you just do that, and it would connect you like you're on the same network. The advantage with this is it's fairly simple to do, but unfortunately, if you've got other people trying to connect to your server, they all have to start messing about with Hamachi and creating LogMeIn accounts and things like that. So I'm not too keen on this version. I prefer the port forwarding, which I'll quickly run through with you now. Right. First of all, I'll show you what we are going to do in a little video, which might look a bit stupid, but basically explains how port forwarding works. Basically, you've got the internet, you've got player 1 and player 2, they connect to the internet to play games. I've got my computer, which is my server, on 10.10.0.1. I've got my router on the other side of the room, and my computer connects to my router, which then connects me to the internet, and grabs a number which is my external IP address, which is 89.25.49.64. Player 2 pops that number into his Minecraft, connects to the internet, which points to my router, which then connects me to my machine. So a direct connection from player 2 to my computer. And there we go. That's generally how IP forwarding or port forwarding works. It's fairly simple. To get the external IP there, which people need to type in, all you'd have to do is Google, here we are, Google what is my IP, and I'll come up with a whole load. I generally use whatismyip.com. I think there's IP Chicken as well, and a few other little ones which you can use. It'll literally just show a web page, and at the top there'll be a whole set of numbers, which will be 4 sets of numbers separated by a dot, sort of something like 87.52.59.95, for example. There we are. Oh, there you go. Don't know whose that is, but there we go. And that will be your external IP, which you'd give out to your people. To port forward through the router, you have to have access to your router, surprisingly. This is my router here, and under that there is a port redirection. Most modern routers have port forwarding options for games generally, because a lot of them need access over the firewall in the router. So to set mine up, all I do is click on the first one, enable it, service name, Tekkit, protocol. Generally, if you can do both, do both. Otherwise, you want Transmission Control Protocol, TCP, which is the 10.0.0 number, or the other one that you get off the external IP. Ignore that one, that's just for this router. Public port is 26556. Oh, I can't believe it. Every time I forget this damn thing. Let's have a quick look in here just to make sure. 25565. Dear me. 25565. That's the default port of Minecraft and Tekkit. Generally, I just keep that exactly the same. I don't worry about it too much. You can change it if you like, but you need to change that and the server at the same time. My private IP is this one here, 10.10.0.1. So 10.10.1. If you're on a default, you might find it's the 192.168.1.1, which most computers seem to use nowadays. And the private port is 25565. I've got 2 of these. You may only have 1 port. This one's a posh router that can direct that port to a different port number, but don't worry about that. If you've only got 1 port, put in the Minecraft port, and that should do. Click OK. They're all ready to go. And now, if I look at my Minecraft, refresh, look at this. I've you don't need to worry how, but I put tekkit.byte.org.uk pointed at my home IP address. And there we go, I can connect. This one's actually over the internet. So these two are over the network, from my computer to my computer. This one's from my computer over the internet back to my computer through the router. So it's all working and it's all connecting. You basically just need to give out your external IP address to all your friends, and that's it. They should type it in and they should be looking at your router. Your router should be telling them to look here, and your Minecraft server, which is running, should be replying. Just a quick second about how to get into your router. As you might have noticed there, I had an IP address up here. When you do your IP config, not only does it tell you your IP4 address here, 10.10.0.1, it should tell you your default gateway here, which is, for me, it's 10.10.0.100. If you open a normal browser, and as you can see, I've just typed in the gateway there, and that will go generally to a login screen. Usually the usernames are admin and admin, very securely. If that doesn't work, you might need to quickly just try and get hold of somebody who knows the admin password, so you can actually log in to actually alter this. And there we are, and people are connecting to your Minecraft server. You should see them pop up here and pop up in game, and that's all done. One thing that you might find is if you have a static IP address, your number shouldn't change, your external number shouldn't change. If you've got what's called a dynamic IP address, you may find that every time your router's reset or turned off and on again, that external IP that you got from the IP chicken or whatever, whatismyipaddress.com, will change every time it's reset. So if someone has a difficulty connecting, it might be worth just quickly going on and making sure your IP is the same as you gave out before. If not, just keep giving it out. You can sometimes request a fixed IP address from your ISP, and some charge, some don't, but that's worth looking into if you're doing a lot of hosting. I'll quickly run through now a few of the little folders I ignored earlier. Here we've got a few files that are quite of interest. I opt myself earlier, so I should be in the ops.txt. There we are, there I am, I'm an op. Fantastic. The other ones you might need are banned IPs and banned players. Obviously banned players, oh, I must have done that earlier. My name's in there as well, so I am actually banned from my own server, but you can just remove that. And just do one name per line to ban anybody from your server. You've got banned IPs, so if they keep logging on with different usernames, you can just ban their entire IP. So the only way they can actually log in is by going to someone else's house with a different IP address. We've also got the whitelist.txt, which is you just put one name per line again. So I've put myself there, so I'll put myself again, like that basically, and that would allow people on if you've enabled the whitelist, which I'll quickly show you how to do in a moment. That's good for having a restricted server, only letting on people you like or know, and or perhaps if you're on a forum doing a apply for access, you can just put their name in there if they're accepted, which is quite good. The only other thing you'll probably need to know is server properties here. This is quite an important one. I'll quickly run through with you what's on here. We've got allow nether, true, that's pretty self-explanatory. Level name I'll keep as world. You don't need to know that too much. Allow flight, true or false, whether people can fly. Server port, that's an important one, 25565. I'd keep that the same. If you do change it here, you'll have to change it in your router as well, in your port direction. You'll need to change that, because obviously that would be pointing at the wrong port then. You need those to match up. I wouldn't worry about those two. Level seed, you can put your external IP address from your IP chicken or whatismyipaddress.com in the server IP here if you so wish. Max build height I'd keep at 256 for the moment. I haven't experimented with turning that to 512. I can't remember when the new anvil came out. If it was before, or sorry, it was after 1.2.5, I wouldn't change that, because don't forget we're operating on Minecraft 1.2.5 at the moment. If you go and change it to 512, it'll probably crash. Spawn NPCs, non-player characters, whitelist, enable that if you want to control who accesses your server. If that's true, then only names in the whitelist here will be able to log in. The rest of them will get kicked. Spawn animals, online mode true. I keep that true all the time. If it's on false, you'll find that people can actually log in using any username they like, and because it's not authenticated. So I definitely keep that true. PvP true. Difficulty 1, 2, or 3. Easy, medium, hard. Game mode 0. Survival 1. Creative 2. Adventure. But that doesn't have adventure because we're on Minecraft 1.2.5 again. So 1 or 2. Sorry, 0 or 1. We'll get it right soon. Max players, if you've had a quick look at your Can I Host a Minecraft Server page, and you find you can host only 5 players, change that to 5. There we go. And it won't allow anyone on because the server is full. Spawn monsters true. Generate structures true. That's NPC villages and the like, and jungle temples. The default distance and the message of the day, which appears when people first log in, and you can change that. Click close, click save, and that's done. Bear in mind, anything here will actually take a server reboot to take effect. Once we've finished here, and you want to shut it down, just click or type stop, saving chunks, stopping server, done. There we are. If you want to back up your worlds, save those. That's the main one. Nether, the end. And that's about it. You've created your own Tekkit server. There we are. Hope that made sense. If you have any feedback, please let me know in the comments below. I'll try and get all the links that I've mentioned in the description as well, so you can just click on those and go straight to the required web pages. Any feedback, let me know, or email me through byte.org.uk. Okay. Thanks very much for watching. See you later.